What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel, and today we're talking some college football prize picks ahead of week 4. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. And of course, we're brought to you by PrizePicks. They have a first match deposit bonus up to $100. And right now, when you do that, you will also get a free month of Stochastic Plus. Phenomenal deal. We have all sorts of tools to help you guys, college football player projections. And if you like other sports, NFL, MLB, NBA is coming back soon. We have that for you as well. And they have the listed props for you to take advantage of. Phenomenal deal. Link in the video description below. Must be 21 or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, I've got 4 for you today and 1 lean. So if you want to play 5, I will get that ready for you. First one, we're going to talk Shedeur Sanders in this Oregon-Colorado game. This game has a premier total, which immediately terrifies me. But you dive into the weeds a little bit here. Colorado is a 21-point favorite. The implied team total, Oregon is a 21-point favorite. Even in a game with a 70-point total, Colorado's implied team total is 24.5. So right away, projection-wise, with that team total, and this takes into account Colorado's pace, which is 12, and their pass rate, which is 62.5%, we get Shedeur Sanders coming in at 275 pass yards. And this makes sense. Shedeur's living through efficiency, playing poor pass defenses. Absolutely nuked Colorado State last week, but Shedeur Sanders is now facing the best pass defense he's faced all year. Oregon allows 5.2 yards per pass attempt. And this offensive line is still a concern. The Oregon pass rush should be able to take advantage of this Colorado offensive line, put Shedeur under more pressure, and perhaps that leads to some more sacks and more inefficiency for Sanders. Largely a projection play because I can't fault Sanders at all. He's been awesome hanging in the pocket with pressure, delivering premier throws. But man, at some point, the guy's not going to reach his average this year, which is 417 yards. We're going to go under on Shedeur Sanders with the prop of 333.5 to begin this. Second, we're going to stay out west, go to a Big 12 school with BYU. Keaton Slovis over 196.5 passing yards. We've got Keaton Slovis and BYU taking Kansas on. This game is a 9.5-point spread in favor of Kansas, but we've seen BYU hang in some close games. They actually played very well against Arkansas last week, ended up getting the W. Keaton Slovis averages 220 passing yards per game. BYU is a 49% pass rate. He hasn't had a full complement of receivers yet this year. Cody Epps returned to this game. Kansas is only allowing 6.3 yards per pass attempt. But my question with Kansas, who's the best pass defense this team has faced, or the best pass offense that this team has faced? Illinois? Luke Altmaier? Probably. And this pass defense was outside the top 100 last year. So are we really viewing Kansas as having made this sizable year-to-year jump improvement in pass defense? I have questions. And BYU's offensive line is largely held up, just 1.5 sacks per game. We've got the receivers healthy. Slovis is a veteran quarterback. He's throwing over 30 times per game. 196.5 is just too low projection-wise. We've got him around his average of 220 on the season. Third, we go to Boston College. Tom Castellanos under 228 passing yards. He'll be taking on Louisville. Game has a 14-point spread. The total is middling at 55.5 points. Boston College is very fast. They're 16th in pace. They're passing 52% at the time. But Louisville, just 92nd in pace. That should slow the game down a little bit here. The matchup does favor Castellanos through the air. Louisville's secondary has been suspect. 9.3 yards per pass attempt allowed. But I do not think books are considering Boston College change in their offense with Castellanos under center. They began the year with Emmett Moorhead, and he got benched. With Castellanos, their pass rate plummeted last week against Florida State, and that was considering they got down 21 points before they mounted a comeback here with Castellanos. The guy has 12 and 11 designed rush attempts over the last 2 games. It's a big part of their offense. I personally do not expect Boston College to be passing 52% of the time, even if this plays to the spread of 14 points in favor of Louisville. So I'm going to go under with Castellanos. If you're worried about him just being awesome, which is kind of a concern for me, I think you could look to the receivers instead. If you're playing one of them, I would go under with Ryan O'Keefe. Last one here, and my favorite, and I took my notes for this video and then turn record on, and suddenly Andrel Anthony's prop has jumped from 51.5 yards to 58.5. I'll tell you this, I still like it at this number. You have Oklahoma playing Cincinnati. Don't view this as a particularly difficult opponent. They're 14-point favorites. The total is 57. Andrel Anthony has a 19% target share, just shy of that, and he's averaging 85 yards per game. He's an elite big play threat, playing with a premier quarterback in Dillon Gabriel, facing a Cincinnati secondary that's allowing 8 yards per attempt, and they just lost to a MAC school. This one, mathematically, contextually, makes a ton of sense here. I think Anthony might just straight up be their number one receiver over Drake Stoops and Jaleel Farouk at this point. He's the Michigan transfer. Awesome start to the year. Don't see this going any different. We'll close this over with Andrel Anthony. If you want a fifth, I think this is dicey, but I would go to Michigan signal caller J.J. McCarthy over 29.5 if you want to get that fifth one. I'm going to stick with 4 here for the official card. Couple ways you can play this. You're very confident in all 4. You can use the power play. That pays out 10x, but you need to get 4 of them correct, all 4 of them. Little less confident, you can do the flex play. If you get all 4 correct, still it pays out 5x, but it gives you the luxury of getting 1 incorrect. That 3 correct parlay, if that's what hits, gives you 1.5x. So a lot of cool things going on with PrizePicks. Again, they've got the match deposit bonus link in the video description below. If you have a question or something you just really like on this card that I missed, leave a comment. I would love to hear it. Otherwise, I'm on Twitter at Matt_Gajewski. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you again next time. Good luck.